And hello, greetings. I am here to actually do a review of a game called Renaissance Kingdoms. It is my first video on YouTube, so please bear with me. Renaissance Kingdoms is a browser-based MMORPG, mostly text-based, but it has pretty pictures, and it is set in the Renaissance era in Europe. Although they have sections of the game for pretty much all over the Europe and Asia and everything, and it's still expanding. Currently, the English section of the game is in England, Scotland, and Ireland. So here we go. I'll give you a brief overview of the screen. Here you have a stat for your character, your house, mail that you have, and outside of town. This is your town, basically outlet. You have a link to the forum and your account to your character here. There's a harbor or port, marketplace, church, your property again, same as your house, and bailiwick, which is the county-ish things, because you're in the county and your town's in the county in the kingdom. Long story. Tavern, of course, town hall, arena, and the lake. So let's just start with looking up here. You have your money that you have on hand. You have your state of being. You're fit or exhausted, or you can be dying or starving. You have your food situation, and you have your current activity for the day. So I'll just click on the character here first because you need to eat every day. Basically, the way it works is a day is worth a day in this game. So you only need to choose your actions for the day, and then as depending on the actions of other people, the result happens there. So you have your main character page here. You have small advertising here. You have your duties and responsibilities. Basically, it tells you if you have a grant here, or if you have you're producing certain points, state points, when you're high enough level. See, I'm level 4. So at level 3, you can actually go to university and learn skills and produce points for the state or the church or the army or science, medicine. You have your stats here. You have, for example, strength, intelligence, charisma, and reputation. Strength basically helps you do certain jobs, so does intelligence. Charisma helps you buy or get jobs more easily. And reputation can help you get certain levels with some person status. And trust is basically a way of getting reputation. The other way of getting reputation is actually either working for the church or hiring other people. So you can see your wardrobe. You need clothes to have a certain levels. You need certain clothes. You can have also optional clothes. Protest is when you want to have a revolt. Level 4 menu is a special thing for level 4s. It's just because you get special options at level 4. And you have the stuff you have. For example, you have a boat if you want to go fishing. Yeah, you have a weapon, you have a shield, just different things. You don't fight a lot in this game. It's not very focused on fighting. It's more about the economic and political interactions. However, it is possible because you can revolt and you can also have armies in certain cases. Though it's rather difficult and it's not easy. So you can eat. There's an anachronism here. You can have corn, and even though Americas haven't been discovered in that time period yet, but we'll bear with it for now. So you need to eat basically like this. And you eat another one because corn only gives 1 food point, and you need 3. I need 3. Normally you need 2, but I need 3 because at my level I need 3 per day. So if you don't eat, you won't be exhausted. Otherwise, you'll be fit here. So since I only need 2 points yesterday, I'm exhausted now. But I need 3 points now. I'm no longer hungry. See, then I'll be fit again tomorrow. So it has no effects. If you only eat 1 point or less than that, then however you lose stats. So and you can look at your events here. What happens yesterday when you earned what you've done. Look at your mail. See, I've been called to testify in court. Yay. Let's go to my house then. Look over. So basically, this is where you live. I'm a weaver. At level 2, you choose a profession. So you get. I'm actually a weaver. So today, for example, I'll show you for the work I'll do. I'll make some a pair of trousers because the market has no pairs of trousers. So I'll work myself. That will be my activity. I can also take other people's jobs, but for professions I have to do myself. So And you can see the fields. There you can have sheep fields. I don't have any sheep right now, but I just normally buy sheep and grow them and share them, get the wool from them. And my second field, which is a vegetable patch, so I can here I'm going to hire someone. So I don't need any stats for this to get any special things. So I don't put 0 skills required here. However, I'll hire for a wage of 14. So hopefully someone will take it. 14 pounds. Yeah. So click hire. And vegetables, you don't have to sow them or work on the field. Corn and wheat, you need to. So it varies depending on field. So see, so my money decreased by 14 pounds here because I put in a job posting up there. So I'll go check out the town hall. See, you have the town information here. You can see the different citizens in the town. You have the mayor here. And you have the messages from the mayor. You have the elections every month for the mayor. I know it's another anachronism. There wasn't any democracy back then, but we'll bear with it again. This makes it more interesting for people. So, job offers, see, and you have my job offer here. Yeah, and you have the land market if you want to sell a field or buy another field. You can only have 2 fields in this town, but you start with no fields at level 0, and when you reach level 1, you get a field, and then you can buy an extra one. So, yes. So now let's go see the tavern just quickly. Taverns are a place where you can drink and eat. So, basically, I'll go to the town tavern. Well, town hall's tavern, but you can own your own tavern too. They cost about 20 pounds a week or a month, I forget, to operate. And you can just sell people food. So you have the menu here, for example, bread or meat, and you can have beer. And beer boosts your morale. Alcohol boosts your morale, and that can give you special events like getting extra stats or extra items. So I'll just get out of here again. It's interesting, really. And I'll show you the market quickly. The harbor is not yet operational. It's not built yet, but you can just land there. I'll show you the market right away. So here you can have corn again, as I said. So I'll just buy a couple of corn. I'll say 3 corns. Okay. 3 ears of corn, so bags of corns. Yay. And purchase, and then you have to wait. And you have to wait about 10 minutes to 20 minutes. And that's because if somebody else with higher charisma buys something, tries to buy the same thing, they'll actually get it. So that's how it is. And these are the purchase orders. See, I'm ordering 3 bags of corn. And these are the things I'm trying to sell: vegetables and clothes and fish. So it's pretty neat. And it's all about, you can't produce everything all by yourself. You actually need the other people to produce other things. So that's why it's very interesting, because you have your whole dynamics. If I wanted to fish, or sometimes you have trees, or sometimes you have orchard, you can get different kinds of resources. Here's for fishing, so the boat will actually help you fish further over there. Otherwise, you can only fish up to here, if you have the strength required for it. And you can get fish. And fish actually boosts your intelligence. I'll show you out of town, just quickly. So basically, if we want to travel, you can actually go to different towns. Like right now, we're in Kirkenbreit. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. You can go to other towns here. You can go mining also. Work for the county, work in mines, and you help the county, and you also get money. You have different groups here, and different armies. And you have your own group if you have one. Yeah, so let's go to church just quickly. Church, normally you have a mass there every week or twice a week, and this boosts your morale also. You can work at the church for £5, but it's not very worth it. But you can also get reputation if you work there. And you can beg and get some money, but you also lose reputation if you do that. You can also go into retreat, which is basically if you're on holidays, and in real life you can also your character will be fed that way. So. And last but not least, the bailiwick, or the county. So here you have the information about the county. If you want to level up, you go to the county's first secretary, You can see the council room, see who the council is, go through the laws, elections. Law courts is when somebody commits a crime, for example, a rebellion or a theft, or they can actually be tried here. So see, pending lawsuits here. Yeah. And the university, where you learn. See, for example, somebody will teach, and you can learn that way. And you can also self-study. See, it's pretty neat, and it's just slowly and surely you build everything. You have all your relations. You go on the forum and interact with other people. So the game is Renaissance Kingdoms. I welcome you to check it out, and enjoy. Have a good day.